There is currently a new belief, come adage of power in numbers, which emerged out of the Chinese development model, where its huge population has been central to its economic transformation. Sadly, this power in numbers primacy appear to be giving Uganda totally different results from what the likes of China have reaped from this scenario. At over 3% cumulative population growth per year, Uganda is reputed to be among the countries the fastest growing populations in the world, a bulk of which are what is classified as youths. In fact, 75% of Uganda's 9.8 million labor force is constituted of younger people that are below 40 years according to the Uganda National Bureau of Statistics. Of concern, however, is how much this setup can be reconstituted into a real opportunity for economic growth, which according to the International Labour Organization calls for a policy reversal.
So macroeconomic policy was made and the rest was left to the market, except the market has not delivered as well as the theory might have expected it to do. So now there is need to rectify this approach and for maybe government to exercise more direct role in how the economy develops.
Relatedly, the World Bank Investment Climate Survey findings on Uganda, released in November, reveal that over 663 business entities decried the low level of labor productivity per capita, raising questions on whether Uganda's younger labor force has been turned into an opportunity for the economy.
Let's look at the unit labor cost as a percentage of value added. And normally this is the ratio of wages to value addition. Okay? The unit labor cost is extremely very high. Okay? And because of this, again, firms, our local firms will again find it very hard or very difficult to compete on international markets.
Of more concern in this particular age bracket is the rampant unemployment, which is placed at 65%. Besides generally stifling their participation in the economy, this scenario has partially undermined their purchasing power and support to local business growth.
So really, we are not very excited as the business community when we hear the manifestos being floated around. It is the use of politicization.
And in spite of the high unemployment figures for both educated and non-educated youths, government appears to lack an immediate concrete strategy to cap the problem.
Energy sector. If you get good energy sector, good road sector, good water sector, and ICT, you'll be able to attract and sustain foreign big investments here, which will employ your people. If you do those 4 areas, we believe you will create capacity, you will create a foundation to employ many of the people who are now employable but have no jobs.
Others think that with the globally recognized fact that Ugandans are among the world's enterprising people, putting in place a clear-cut financing mechanism free from segregation is the way to go in utilizing the bulk of jobless youths.
In our manifesto, we have something called the Citizens Economic Empowerment Fund. The purpose of that is to stimulate entrepreneurship in a non-partisan way. That is really the core idea. We believe also the time of big factories and long chimneys, I think, may have passed. But we can have small-scale industries all over the country, cottage industries. I believe those will be more and more effective.
However, the Federation of Uganda Employers thinks that the political elite are not pragmatic in fixing this problem by seeking opportunities that can turn unemployment into real benefits. Citing China, India, Pakistan, and lately Kenyan investors who are in actual fact matching in with their own staff, some as low as clerks, instead of looking inwards the pool of millions of young stars.
As the Executive Director of the Federation of Uganda Employers, I would look at these candidates focusing on issues. If you've got your memorandum, what is it that you are going to address on unemployment, on health insurance, on social security, but none of this is coming up. So I think we still have a very long way to go.
Still, others in the areas of services such as hospitality and tourism are agreeing that there are still opportunities for permanent employment in that sector, but government remains extremely slow in adjusting to the fact that a policy shift and promotion in the rich external markets can work miracles.
We all know that even without much effort by government in tourism, it is growing at 21% and contributing 24% of the forex, total forex to Uganda. Now, what about if the government of Uganda put only $1 million or $2-4 million a year to market this sector? We would be able to bring in over 50% of the forex as tourism and create many more jobs, because according to World Bank, every 11 tourists create one permanent job. So if we bring in 1 million tourists in Uganda, real tourists, not only the 65 we get in our national parks, we'll be creating over 100,000 jobs instantly.
As we go for the 2011 elections, attention now turns to the new president office contenders for optional solutions to the youth question, which is threatening to evolve into a curse. The gap that remains in all these proposals, though, is the lack of roadmaps and in some cases their insufficiency to transform the youth into an opportunity for Uganda. Reina Ojin, NTV.